and welcome to Those Working Fangirls, where we talk all things nerdy book, TV, movie, pop culture fandoms, and how they integrate into our adult lives. I am Natasha.
And I'm Christine.
And this episode is number 23, and today we're going to be talking to one of my very good friends, Taya Miller. She's a cosplay master, and she is an incredible TikTok queen and a Gen Z. Okay, she makes she makes amazing cosplays and is just so talented and creative, and I love her so much. So we are going to be talking about fandoms as it relates to the different generations. So we're going to have her teach us all the slang, and we're going to discuss the general evolution of humanity and as it pertains to pop culture, books, TV, and movies.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna talk about the core differences in these two back-to-back generations, the Millennials and Gen Z, and kind of just how each generation opens doors for the next, and then the next generation teaches the generation that came before it tons of new shit that we couldn't see because you can't see stuff until you open the doors and all that jazz. So welcome, Taya. Can you give us, we're so excited to have you. Can you give us a little mini intro to yourself and what you do, your core fandoms, all that jazz?
Of course. So, hi, I'm Taya, and I'm, as Natasha said, I'm a social media creator. My main platforms are Instagram and TikTok, and I dabble a little bit on YouTube. I love superheroes and sci-fi, but I've slowly been getting into fantasy this year, thanks to Natasha. We just watched Lord of the Rings, and yes, I am obsessed with it. So Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, those are my big three, but I also love DC, Lord of the Rings, Jurassic Park, and emphasis on Park. I don't like Jurassic World, Star Trek, and then there's a million other franchises that I love, but those are the main ones, I would say.
Which Jurassic Park is your favorite?
Oh my gosh, I think the third one. I was actually, oh my gosh, so
really?
Yeah, so
no way. No one's favorite is also the third one.
Well, so it's because Téa Leoni is an actress in it, and she's who I was named after. So not to
Which one is her?
I don't know.
Which one is her? I'm obsessed with the third one.
I have no idea.
No one ever likes the third one, Taya.
She's the blonde one. She's the mom.
She's blonde. She's blonde.
Mom?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Yeah.
She was married to David Duchovny for a very long time, and David Duchovny is from X-Files. He played Mulder.
All right. So when we want to get a little idea of who you are before we move into our discussion today. So when did you start making content? Why did you start making content? What brought you to the talk? Which of your first few videos is the most memorable to you? That was a lot of questions at once, but tackle them how you will.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I began creating content in college. I was bored and just wanted a way to express my creativity. I feel a lot of creators feel that, and that's why they start. I found comfort in creating videos online about the franchises that I loved, and then I just kind of continued with it. The first videos that really stick out in my memory are the ones that I filmed at Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm was the very beginning of my social media career, and it was my first time working with the studio. Star Wars just reached out, and they were like, hey, we want to send you and your friends to San Francisco to visit the Lucasfilm campus and dress as characters and go film on the sets that we film on, with the droids that we film with and stuff. So I got to be the actual R2-D2 and the actual BB-8, which is
that's so cool.
Oh, it was such a big, I guess, start to social media, and it was so motivating. So it was holy crap, Star Wars noticed me, and I'm just over here dressing up as Rey. What is happening? So yeah, I would say that those videos are definitely the most memorable, and not to mention that I got to do it with my closest friends at the time. So it was so much fun, really.
What year was that?
Oh my god.
Was it before pandemic?
Yes, it was right before the pandemic started. It was January of 2020, I think, is when we went out there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was a couple months. Yeah.
So you got to do this big glamorous thing, really, and then the world shuts down.
Yeah. No, literally. I always I look back at it and I'm how did I stay so motivated for social media for the 3 years that the pandemic was happening? Because it was I wasn't getting anything similar to the level that I had whenever Lucasfilm happened, but I don't know. I like to think that it was just like passion and, you know, creativity. It was just like we're having fun, like, you know. So
I feel like a big exciting thing like that tends to spur forward anyway, because I don't know, you get so excited and pumped from that experience. Yeah. Creatively motivated. All right, we're gonna move right on into our snap crackle pop culture news for today before we go into our Gen Z millennial deep dive. I've put together so many categories to jump into. I'm very excited. But first, okay, news. We have a little bit of news today. I don't have anything too exciting except for the fact that Natasha and I are going to be at Forever Twilight in Forks, the festival happening up in Forks, Washington. It's September 14th to 17th, I believe, are the dates. And we're doing our first live podcast recording. So there's going to be a live recording of those working fangirls. There's going to be audience participation and everything. I'm so excited. We've like already got the topic for our episode, but we will not share yet, but it's going to be fun. And you can attend the festival. We'll leave a link if you are interested in the description. It's definitely a smaller festival because it's in Forks, but it's really fun. The people there are like very excited about Twilight. It's kind of like a core group that comes every year that we see.
They have a lot of like cool cast coming. I don't know if everyone's been announced. Rochelle Lefebvre has been announced, so that's going to be really exciting. And then also authors Anna Todd, who wrote the After series. Taya, you need to tell that part of your fandomness.
No.
Yes,
that is a dark era. We cannot go into that.
Wait, are you a big fan of that series? Is that what's happening here?
Girl, you have no idea. I have like the copies of the books and everything. Oh my god. No, I was a directioner.
I would hope you have the books.
Well, no. So like they started out on Wattpad, right? And then like they got printed.
Okay.
And the second they came out, I was at Barnes and Noble ready to pick them up.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I used to read One Direction fanfic, but I also used to write One Direction fanfic. So
amazing. Why wasn't this in your intro? This
Right?
is on topic here. This is what we discussed over here.
I
Those
didn't think it would get brought up.
fangirls.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So anyways, those are some of the people who are going to be at the festival. Also, like, our recording is, you don't need a ticket to attend. So if you're in the area and you want to drive however many hours it is to Forks, we would love to see you.
We would. The biggest hurdle to getting to Forks is getting to Forks. We have to fly into either Portland or Seattle and then drive 3.5 hours to Forks. It's a to-do. But there's going to be a signing with Anna Todd, and I'm going to be there, and a couple other authors are going to be there. We're going to be like signing books, and I think there might be, I don't know if there's going to be a Q&A, but they're working on it, and we'll be doing a podcast recording. All right, that is my news. My other news isn't really news, and we want to get to the main discussion, so I'm not going to even go into how Ryan Reynolds made a birthday video.
What? Okay.
Wait, do you not know about this?
No.
what happened?
Wait, I guess I have to tell you then. Okay, you know Ryan Reynolds' friend who is in Always Sunny and made Always Sunny in Philadelphia and owns Wrexham with him.
Yes.
Why am I blanking on his name? Okay, last name is McElhenney, and it was his birthday, and for his birthday, Ryan Reynolds made a musical parody of the song Good Afternoon for his friend. I think his name's Rob McElhenney, because everyone pronounces his name wrong because it's McElhenney. Like, it looks really hard to pronounce. And this song is called McElhenney, McElhenney. And it's like about pronouncing it right. And he got the whole Wrexham team to get involved and made like a little 2-minute musical. You should watch it on Instagram or anywhere. It's so great. And it's just another reason why I'm obsessed with Ryan Reynolds. He's wonderful.
Dude, and
hilarious.
I'm so convinced that nobody loves better than Ryan Reynolds. Like, the way that he loves his friends and loves Blake Lively. It's beautiful.
That's a good observation.
He's wonderful.
He is.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. So the Barbie trailer dropped the day that we were recording last week's episode, so we didn't have a chance to talk about it. But
I watched it.
You did? What?
I did, because I know. I wasn't going to, and then I saw you put it on here, and I already heard them talking about it on Millennial, and I was like, ugh, I've already kind of been spoiled, so I'm just going to watch it.
I like half watched it. I was just more about how like the entire world just started making themselves into the Barbie avatar, and it was my favorite thing ever. Like literally Taya sent it to me and Francis. They're like, please do this.
We needed to know.
We needed to know. So if you didn't know, there's like this AI feature, I think on the barbiemovie.com or something like that, and they also have it on TikTok now, where you can like put yourself in as like one of the Barbie characters and then change your tagline and then change the color, and then you can post it on social media. It's pretty cute, and I really loved seeing everyone's renditions. But another observation I've had is that so many of my content creator friends feel like they're in this like silent competition of like who can make the most Barbie content so that they get invited to the premiere. And I just love seeing it. I'm just not going anymore. Like, this is not going to happen. I've got like all my sewing friends. They're all making the costumes from the trailer. They've been doing it since the paparazzi photos dropped from them in Venice. And it's amazing. And I'm so like happy to see what like people are coming up with. I mean, I'm going to make a Barbie dress. That's going to happen. But there's not a lot of time in the world.
I did not know Will Ferrell was in the film. He just popped up in
There's
the trailer.
so many people in
There's so
the
many.
film.
Simu Liu's in it. And I was like, I had no idea.
Penelope
And
Featherington is in it.
She is? I missed
Yes.
her. I caught, what's that guy from Superbad? The skinny guy. Him. He's in it. And I was like, what are you doing there?
Oh, someone
You
in
know what I'm
chat
talking
said Dua Lipa.
Oh,
Dua
yeah.
Lipa's in it.
She's Mermaid Barbie.
What? She is. She looks so good.
Oh my gosh. But anyway, I'm very excited. My favorite part of the trailer was when she was like, did you bring your rollerblades? And he's like, I don't go anywhere without them. He pulls his rollerblades out. Ryan looks so ridiculous with that cap of blonde hair. I can't.
I'm very excited.
The other Ryan Gosling.
Gosling, yes.
Let's move on. Taya.
You have
Oh,
so many.
did you
You
have
can't say them
Okay,
all. Or else
no,
you can say
I
them
won't.
lightning.
I've already narrowed them down. Okay, so
Okay, what news do you have for us, Taya?
For the Marvel fans out there, the Stan Lee documentary was announced yesterday, and it's debuting at the 2023 Tribeca Film Festival, which I
Exciting.
am a huge lover of Stan Lee. He's such an incredible man, and like had like taught me to like always pursue my passions and don't care what anybody else thinks. So he's a big reason that I do what I do, and he's I'm so excited for it. Okay, and then also I don't know if this counts as like pop culture, maybe, I don't know, but Pride Night was announced at Disneyland
I know, yes.
in June, and I am so excited for it. As somebody who is like a part of the LGBTQ plus community, I'm like, I'm ready. I'm gonna be there. Like, yeah.
That's really exciting. And I'm like,
Very exciting.
I'm so happy that that's happening, because they used to have they weren't official by Disney, but they used to have Pride Days. I remember in high school, but they weren't at all official, and they had like goth days and things like that. So this is official.
did?
Yeah.
Is it like Dapper Day
Goth
where it's like,
Yes.
gotcha. So it's not like a scheduled thing by Disney, but people just kind of start like a Facebook group and
Yes.
Okay.
And then you show up in an outfit.
Yeah. Gotcha.
That's pretty much.
Cool. That's really cool. They're doing an official Pride Night.
Yeah.
That feels like a big step forward for Disney.
I agree.
All right. So before we move into our main discussion, we're going to take a quick second to thank you, the listener, for your support. Thank you so much for being here listening to the show. If you haven't yet, we'd really appreciate it if you followed the show for free in your favorite podcast app. If you like to watch the visual version on our YouTube, youtube.com/@thoseworkingfangirls, hit the subscribe button for free so you're notified whenever we post a new episode. Hit the like button. That really helps us out. Leave us a comment. We love your feedback. It's, so much more fun to do this when we're getting reactions from y'all. And if you want to support the show in a bigger way, since we are a viewer-supported podcast, you can hit up our Patreon, where we have lots of fun perks. Our most exciting weekly one being Fangirl Tea Time, where we do a half an hour extra show every single week, where we dig deeper into our personal lives and personal stories, and just like talk about more intense topics. And if you become a patron now, you have 22 episodes of Fangirl Tea Time just awaiting ya, just ready to rock. And then we've got our $10 tier. We've got an extra show every month. We're doing our first AMA soon for our $10 tier and up, which is going to be really fun. And so it'll be a bonus episode for that tier and up. And yeah, we have the Team Polis Bananas tier, where we do fangirl bonding sessions every month and hang out for a while, get to know each other. It's really, really fun. And I feel like we're creating a really nice, close-knit community over there.
Yes, I love it.
I love it. And all those links are in the description and on our website. All right. Did I miss anything, Natasha?
No.
No? Okay. We appreciate y'all so, so much. Thank you so much for listening. All right. Main discussion. I'm so excited. All right. Our first, we're going to be talking about all the fun differences we're seeing between Gen Z and millennials. And we're going to start by not attacking social media, but talking about social media. We're going to feel out like the different levels of enthusiasm for all the big socials right now. We're going to start with Facebook. How do you feel about Facebook, Taya?
I have a Facebook. I never touch it. It exists for sure. I'll hop on there every now and then whenever it's like my mom tagged me in a post, because like she posts like really cute things and stuff, you know? So like every now and then I also think that I have my Instagram set up to like automatically post onto Facebook as well.
Yes.
But that's just for like engagement purposes. But like I never get on there. I never get on there.
You never engage with those posts.
Yeah, I don't read the comment, like nothing. It's just automatically, yeah.
Can I ask, how old were you when you got your Facebook?
Oh gosh, I was probably like 6th grade. I don't know how old that is.
So like 11?
11, yeah,
11, yeah. Interest, so very young.
Yeah.
I don't even think you're technically allowed on Facebook.
Oh no, dude! Facebook started as a dating app. Can we talk about that? Like,
no,
and now
it started as just like hot or not on in Harvard.
Literally.
But then it became like a college exclusive thing. Mm-hmm. So I mean, as soon as it opened up past college, I joined in high school because all of the seniors were talking about Facebook. And I was like, what the hell is that? So I was there pretty early, but I was like 16, I think.
I was there pretty early too. I think I was 14 years old, and that was like my freshman year of high school. And like everyone was on there at that point.
Yeah.
It was, so I mean,
Do you go
I
on
really
it still?
What?
Do you go on it still?
No, I mean, not really. I kind of go on there to check out like my old like Twilight cringe photos, because they're nowhere. I don't know where anything, like any of my photos exist like beyond 2014, or it's only on Facebook. So I don't know. Like my old computers crashed and I never got them on Google Photos, so they're only on Facebook.
Yeah. That's the thing. Facebook is good for like holding my pictures, because I would have lost all those had I not uploaded them all obsessively. Mm-hmm. Like the thing to do was get all your pictures on Facebook as soon as possible and tag everyone in them. Like that was the thing. And so I'll have so much history there, but also being on this coast and my family's all on the East Coast, that's kind of how I keep track of what they're up to and see their updates. So I do like check it every day, just like kind of scroll there for a second and then move on.
Every day you check Facebook every day.
Are you kidding? It's like I auto when I like go on the computer. I just do it like
Christine.
reflexively.
I check it maybe once every 5 months.
I
the
mean,
millennial is popping out right now.
Well, I'm telling you, this is how I see what the fuck my family's up to. How like I'm everyone's on the other coast, literally everybody. So like, This is how I see like what they're doing with their kids, like all my cousins and stuff.
That's
but
cute.
I just like go there, scroll for like a couple minutes, and go to the next thing. I have like a loop. Do you guys not have a loop when you're on the computer? I go like Facebook, Twitter, email, YouTube. Like that's how I click through, and then I'm done with my loop check.
I go Instagram, TikTok. We are very
well,
different
that's not
people.
on the computer. That's not on the computer.
Oh, I'm
Okay,
not
that's
on
true.
social media on the computer though. The only thing I use on the computer would be like editing software or like my emails or like the business end of stuff. I do not check social media on my computer anymore.
Well, I check Facebook on my computer, not on my phone. On my phone, all I do is Instagram
Christine.
and Twitter, and that's about it. And email. What? This is not a big deal. This is what I've been doing since like 2006.
No, exactly.
I mean, like, it's like how I keep up with everybody, you guys. You guys.
No,
just
okay.
aren't-
Taya needs to understand. Christine is very stuck in her ways.
Okay.
I evolved.
Shush.
I'm just
Be quiet. She's kind of evolved. It takes her a bit, but it takes her a long time because she's like, no, I don't want to do it. No, no, no. And then she's like, okay.
Oh, so you're stubborn. I'm also very stubborn. So we have that in common.
And it's just like, I seriously would not know what's going on if I did not check Facebook. And also, like, I like to stalk people on Facebook, and you can't properly stalk people the same way on any other platform.
That is true. I did just do like a random stalking session after Easter with my brother of like some of our old like high school friends.
You could do a very deep dive. You're missing out on these deep dives, Taya.
Well, I think the thing that Taya's generation, they weren't really on Facebook, so it's not like
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
unless
I mean,
We
we
find really baby photos.
we were on Facebook, but we never used it for like I don't know. Like sometimes we would post like a status and stuff, but like we used it for like. Did you guys ever do like the like for a rate 1 to 10 or like for a TBH or anything? Like
Oh, I already always ignored those.
oh. That's what we used it for. And like somebody in chat said like poke wars. We used to have poke wars. Like I remember like
Oh
I
my
would
God.
poke my crush and like he would poke me back like all it and it was like, oh my
The
god. You know, like get like the
poking.
butterflies in my stomach.
yeah. Katie does have a good point, and then Amy does. Katie says, I feel like most Gen Z had a phone before they had a computer, and then Amy
Yeah, I
says for
guess so.
millennials, computers were a major communication device, and that is very true.
Yes. That is true.
AIM, that was my thing after.
That AOL Instant Messenger, baby. Did
What
you have
is-
AOL Instant? No.
What
AIM?
is that? What is that?
Oh no.
She did not have it. It was going out by the time I was in high school.
It's like messaging, but it was on the computer because we didn't have texting. So,
Oh my god, I think
it's
my
like
grandpa
texting.
uses that.
oh my god, no, he doesn't.
No one uses
No,
it
I'm-
anymore.
Oh.
he doesn't.
No, did you say AOL?
Oh, AOL we used to have because that was like the first internet thing that everyone had. So like we would just use instead of like Internet Explorer, everyone had AOL.
That's what
You
my
know?
That's what my grandpa uses.
Yeah.
Or used.
Old
I don't
people
know.
still use it now. Like when you see
Yes.
an AOL email, you know that's like
Yes.
someone who's probably a boomer or up.
Wait, so what is AIM? What is AIM?
AIM was like the app version of AOL because you used to have to pay for AOL, the subscription. But now it's just like another website. And that back in the day, you could just download AIM, which was the messaging part of AOL. So you have like a buddy list where like all your friends' screen names are, and you click on them and you text them like with your keyboard.
So it's like iMessage
This is-
before iMessage.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
that's crazy. Wow.
I feel so ancient right now. Okay. Let's move on to our thoughts on Instagram. Instagram's my favorite go-to on my phone. That's where I spend most of my scrolling time.
Yeah, I would say the same. Instagram is my favorite, and it was weird because I only had one account. Like I never had a like personal account and then a creator account. Like I just my personal became my creator account, and I was hiding from. It was like the like one of the places where I didn't want like my friends in real life or family to follow me for like a really long time because I just wanted to like create content for people and message people who are like the same like-mindedness as I was. But the only thing about Instagram, which I feel like TikTok is becoming, is that you can't search anything. Like, it's not a great like search engine type of thing. It's just whatever someone posts is within, like, you know, now we're seeing content from like a week ago, within like a week, that's what we get fed. Like, like, I was trying to search like Love is Blind people, or Love is Blind things, and I couldn't see anything like on Instagram. Like, the little keywords weren't coming up. So I think like Instagram is still like a true social media platform, because you can't, like, a lot of things are just turning to search engines, like YouTube is, and Pinterest. And you didn't write Pinterest down here. It's probably because you don't use it.
Pinterest feels like the true old
I
person
love
thing.
Pinterest.
I
Really?
love Pinterest. Yeah. Dude, if you search like Marvel aesthetic,
You know what?
on Google, you get like boring like old people stuff. But if you search it on Pinterest, you get like, it's magic. It is magic.
is
You know what
magic.
it is? Pinterest is for artsy people who like make things with their hands, and I am just not that.
I mean, that's exactly what I use it for, like,
That's
inspiration.
what you guys do.
Yeah.
So I see why you love it.
Nicole says she solely uses Pinterest for recipes, and I definitely use Pinterest for food as well.
Yes.
You know what? That's also making things with your hands. And you know what? I'm not good at that either.
Oh boy. Okay, someone else go talk about Instagram.
Well, I just quickly wanted to add on. The only reason I ever go on Pinterest is to do the aesthetic for my book, so that they know what to do for the book cover. And so I have an account, and my name is Sophia on it, because I thought I was being stealth.
Oh my
because
gosh.
Sophia.
And
I
now
use it for
everyone
photo
knows
shoots,
that you're
though.
Sophia.
They already know. People follow me over there. I'm like, why are you here?
But I think, like, I've also used it for like photo shoot inspirations. That's not necessarily with your hands, but like different poses and.
Oh, yeah, but I've never used it for that, because I just didn't know that was there. I liked using that for that, though, when we did our Forks photo shoot.
Yeah.
All right, Taya, thoughts on Instagram?
I love Instagram. That's my girl. That is.
Did you
my
have
place.
a Finsta?
I never. Oh my god. No, I did. For a very brief time in college, for about a year, I had a Finsta. And it's actually the one that I transferred over to my, like, secondary account for my main social media. Because whenever I went through, like, this phase with my social media where, like, my audience got so big on there that I was like, I don't feel like I don't know how to, like, function as myself anymore. Because, like, my social media, whenever I started it, it was, like, just to keep my family back in Iowa and my friends in Iowa up to date when I moved to Florida. And then it became like this whole thing, and I was like, oh my god, I can't just like be myself. So I transferred my Finsta into my secondary account, and I was like, this is where I'm gonna like be myself. And then after a while I was like, wow, that's dumb. I should get to be myself on like all of my platforms. So it doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, Instagram is my girl.
Nice. Yeah, it just feels nice over there. Like, nothing's too stressful on Instagram.
Yeah. I feel like...
Oh, go on.
I feel like something that I wanted to like talk about too is like, I feel like Instagram doesn't limit me on a certain niche. Like TikTok does. Like TikTok, I feel like if I post something that's outside of my realm, it's like the algorithm's like, whoa there, partner. Absolutely not. But whenever I do it on Instagram, it's like, okay, this is something new. Let's like test it out to like a few different audiences. Like I feel like the algorithm like is more for the creators and less for just like, how is it going to benefit?
Views.
Yeah, exactly.
I really like I do love Reels. I used to not like them, and I know you wrote that down in your thing too. But like I'm finding that I do enjoy looking at Reels compared to TikTok. Now they're not up to date with the trends whatsoever, but I feel like what I want to see on Reels is like what I would like to see on my TikTok constantly, because TikTok can like change so quickly. Like you can like one video and then all of a sudden you're in like doomsday TikTok, and I'm like, no, thank you.
Let's move on to Tumblr, because we want to keep moving here. Did you have a Tumblr? I really enjoyed my time there, and I honestly am like, what would happen if I started posting there again?
I feel like Tumblr was the like fangirl, like thirsty times that Pinterest.
I mean, kind of. It was a combination of like GIFs and.
What side of Tumblr were you guys on?
I was on like Taylor Swift, like fandom Tumblr.
But specifics, like Taylor Swift, probably Twilight.
All the shows I was watching, like The Walking Dead,
Vampire Diaries,
Once
Upon a Time, Teen Wolf.
Those memes that were in black and white, like really like drawn, and it had the troll face. That
I feel like Tumblr. I loved looking at like the Teen Wolf gift sets.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And then I was
an Anxiety Cat. Anxiety Cat was my favorite meme.
And I was also like in the fan fiction world on Tumblr too, so like anything Hermione or like Rayla was not. That was kind of coming out of it, because that was like 2016 or 2014 when the movie came out.
I remember when I first got on Tumblr in like 2009. And I didn't understand what it was for, but I was like, I'm going to post my YouTube stuff here. This is a nice little place because people are talking about Tumblr and I need to get in on this.
Taya, what side of Tumblr were you on?
Yeah, what were you? Where were you?
I was on, obviously, like the One Direction side of Tumblr. That was my One Direction. 2013, 14, yeah. I had a Harry Styles stan account. I also had a second account that was like poetry and stuff, and I would write and post poetry. But I loved following the accounts that just posted like memes, and like it was like memes and like
I love
like
those too.
Text posts that were just like stupid funny. Like there's this one. You guys can cut this, but there's this one that, like, to this day is ingrained in my brain. But you guys know the song that's like, "Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty."
Yeah.
Somebody they made another version, and it was like, "Take me down to the paradise city where the bears are bears and they bear titties." And it's just ingrained in my brain. I will just randomly say it. Out of nowhere, just like this little lowercase text post. Anyways, so that's where my sense of humor developed.
How old were you in this section of life?
I was like, oh god, how old was I?
I just want to picture you at the right age at the computer.
No, I used it on a phone. That's
again, my god,
differences.
I never used Tumblr on my phone.
I never used it on the computer. That's crazy.
Oh my god.
Oh god, I was
really
in like weird. I would say like 8th grade. So like 13, 14 ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That seems like were you into Beebs? I feel like you were prime age for Beliebers.
Oh god, no. No, I did not like
Justin Bieber. Too young for Beliebers?
He was no, that was like that was the
older?
right age, but like
okay.
I was a One Direction gal, you know? There's like One Direction girls and there's Justin Bieber girls.
Was it like a warring fandoms situation?
No, not at all.
Okay.
There's definitely girls that liked both, but like I gave One Direction vibes. I don't know how to explain it, but I was definitely a Directioner.
Okay. Both fandoms, like, they were just a couple years younger than me, but I felt weird about liking them. Like, I liked One Direction,
fair.
but I couldn't love it because everyone was younger, and that made me feel like I was too old.
I just never liked boy bands. Like, the Jonas Brothers were definitely a millennial thing, and I never liked them.
They were a little younger than me. I was, like, felt old. They're, like, a young millennial thing.
Yeah.
You guys ever heard of BTR, Big Time Rush?
Yes, I have heard of Big Time Rush. I have one of their songs, I think.
One of their songs?
One of their songs in my library. So, were you a Big Time Rush person?
No. I just didn't know what era that was or what generation.
It was a little below, like, my age, I think, but it was still, I think, millennial or old Gen Z. Yeah. Katie says old Gen Z. All right. Let's move on. Natasha says that the Tumblr only made her thirsty.
Yeah. Like, I would just get, like, gift sets upon gift sets of, like, shirtless Henry Cavill or, like, Tyler Hoechlin or, like, just people kissing. And I was just very thirsty in my early 20s.
Guys,
it was like 18, 19, 20, 21.
I think we should start a Tumblr revolution and bring it back. Thoughts?
Bring it back. I'm
back.
so on board with this plan.
Yeah.
Bring back Tumblr. The glory days.
Tumblr was so much fun. I remember, so when we were coming up on YouTube, Tumblr was big, and then like a lot of times I'd put up a video and then people would make like a GIF set of the funny parts of the video, and it was just like the coolest thing ever. And I would just get so excited when I saw one. I was like, there's a GIF set!
I think they learned how to make GIFs because of Tumblr.
Yeah, so did I, because I was like, how do I make these? How are people doing this? All right, BeReal. It's already going out, I feel like. I'm kind of like, why are we still doing this? As soon as I started it, I was like, this isn't going to last long because the pictures are so ugly, and why would we care for too long? How do you feel?
Tasha, you go first. I'm gonna pull up the first BeReal that I took. It was with Tasha.
I know.
And I didn't understand how it worked. Like, I didn't realize that it took the photos, the front and back photos at like the same time.
Yep.
So I'm taking a photo of Natasha, and here I got it pulled up, and I'm like so focused. Anyways,
Someone did not prepare you.
That would have been me.
She was like, just take a photo, and I'm like, okay. Oh my god. Anyways, yeah, I don't ever use BeReal. I get the notification every day, but like I don't.
I know.
I know. Well, when I'm just sitting there writing, I'll do it just like as a way to stop writing for a second if I want to procrastinate. But it's just annoying now. I'm always like, I don't want to do this. Go away.
Yeah.
You're like doing it against your will.
I know. And I do it anyway because I'm like, well, I want to look at everyone else's photos right now while I procrastinate.
I know. I kind of like wanted to do it because like Tessa was only posting there when she was in Japan.
Yeah, in Japan.
And I'm like, oh, but I really don't want to take a picture right now because it was just getting to a point where I was like, the same time of day, I was in the same fucking spot every single time.
And it was like so ugly.
No, thank you.
Just, like, anytime I opened it and I was like, ew, it's the morning and I feel gross. I was just, sometimes I would just take a picture of the sky and something else real quick so that I could see everyone else's without seeing me.
Mm-hmm. I did like that I could see people that I don't necessarily see every day, like on Instagram,
Yes.
like some of my girls from my church group and like family and friends.
Yeah.
But then if not everyone does it, it's like dumb. And then TikTok picked it up and they have it now as like one of their things. It's like,
Nobody does that though.
no, I'm like, I don't want a bunch of people seeing me in this state. Thanks.
Yeah, I don't care enough. All right. I want to really quickly touch on Daily Booth, which I don't think any of y'all remember, but it was BeReal before BeReal and like Instagram before people really were on Instagram.
Oh, I thought it was like one of those like digital sharing like video sites.
No. So Daily Booth was like you remember on your Mac there used to be that photo booth where you like take pictures of yourself with different filters?
Yeah.
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 All right. So you're supposed to just go on every day and take a picture of yourself and then you post it. And it was like a Daily Booth.
When was this?
It was like BeReal. It was, I think, like 2012. It was during like my early YouTube days, and all the bigger YouTubers were starting to do it. So I got a Daily Booth. I think I posted on it like 4 times. But it rose and died, I think, very quickly. But as soon as I got on BeReal, I was like, wow, this is Daily Booth back from the dead with some new updates. Yes. All right. TikTok. TikTok is by far, I think, the leading social right now. How are y'all feeling about it as a social?
I feel I've come to learn. No, somebody, and don't get me wrong, TikTok gave me most of what I have today. I'm very grateful for it. Very, very grateful. But somebody said earlier in chat that I saw someone say on TikTok, you are not the user, you are the product. Which, like, I kind of feel that. Like, I don't feel I don't know. I just don't feel like I can be myself on that app anymore. Like, I
can understand what you're saying there.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's also like the thing that so if we're going to compare it to YouTube, and that's what I like find myself doing, because it's the same, you're creating video content, but it's just much shorter. And I just feel like I don't ever get to know the creator on there very much, like enough to be attached and remember like their names and stuff. I want to know. I like getting to know people and having these parasocial relationships on YouTube and on TikTok. I'm like, oh yeah, I like this person and I follow them, but I don't like ever see enough to like have that same relationship.
And it's so, I don't want to say oversaturated, because I think like if anybody wants to be a creator, freaking do it, you know? But it's just like there's so many creators now that it's like, how am I supposed to keep up with all of this? Like it's almost like, I don't want to say like too easy, but it's almost too easy to like blow up on there. And then it's just like there's so many people with big platforms with like engaging content, and you're just like, the second I follow someone, they stop showing up on my For You page, and then I never see their stuff anymore, and I forget that like they exist. And then
that's so weird. Wait, they don't show up on your For You page once you follow somebody?
No, well, because like they'll go to the following page,
depends.
but I never go onto my following page, so like I
don't either.
I barely see them.
Wait, is that why the girl with her dad never comes up on my page anymore?
Maybe.
Probably.
I think I know who you're talking about.
I only see Taya's content if she posts on Instagram. Like you, like anytime you post, like you're like the first one on my feed. On Instagram. But I don't ever see that on
That's
Instagram.
So weird, because me too.
Yeah. Huh. It's strange. Algorithm works in funky ways, but I think TikTok is, I don't know, maybe it's just the algorithm that's like trying to push out old creators and bring up new ones to keep it like relevant and like the momentum going and stuff, which like that's just more proof that TikTok cares more about the platform than it does about the creators. And
for sure. Yeah. I think that's it.
I mean,
I did hear that there was, so there's like two, I don't know if they're confirmed, two rumors that like they actually do have people, you know, like if people are watching it, they can like push that video to go viral. And then that if a creator is nearing like 70K, they start like pushing all their videos so that they make more content, because they're writing off of that excitement and whatever that other chemical is that gets us excited, so that they make more content. And then they also like, I think there's also another threshold at like 200K, and then the one at like 1 million. So they just start making all their videos go live so they continue to feed, and then they want to make more content. So it's like it's like we're a hamster in like a pinwheel. You just go.
Yeah. And then if you sorry.
Oh. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, and then if you like don't do exactly like, not exactly, but close to like what they are expecting you to do or want you to do, then it's like, oh, that's it. You're done. We're not pushing your stuff anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like, we say that about TikTok, but I think YouTube does a similar thing. It does the same thing. It will favor newer people and start to, if you take a break, it starts to fuck you over and be like, never mind, we don't care anymore because you're not making content constantly.
Yeah.
That's the same sort of a thing. I love YouTube, but I don't spend as much time over there anymore because it's just the same sort of feeling. Like they're just kind of, they want you to do the trends, they want you to do what they want, and they don't want you to be like creative in your own way, and they won't push it.
They're like, individuality? Get that out of here.
Not even though they said just be yourself.
Okay, I want to keep this discussion out of the social media gutter. I'm trying to just keep it feelings and quickly moving, and we keep getting into these deep,
sorry.
like...
I'm sorry.
No. I see how we can all get there because we all work in this space. So let's keep us rolling here. All right. So overall feelings, MySpace.
I was not allowed, so I don't know.
Oh no!
Yeah.
You were a little young, and Taya was a baby.
Yeah, I was like 7, so I was making mud pies outside, like in the dirt. So that's
Yeah, I feel like I got it when I was like 12 or 13, and I really had fun over there. MySpace, you could like pick a song to have on your profile. You need to do coding to have like the background be cool. And I don't know if you were around for this, but like it was all the rage to type with random uppercase and lowercase letters. Like, hi, my name is Christine, like uppercase, lowercase.
No, what?
Yes. And there was a bio, and everyone would have their bio, and their name would just, their words would just go up and down like a wave.
The way that you so readily typed that out is mind-boggling. Like, it's like muscle memory for you.
I love it. It's so funny. I find it hilarious. And I'll do it like just ironically sometimes when I want to put emphasis on something or make it sound swirly.
Someone said primitive internet speak.
Katie said that.
Language of our ancestors. Oh my god. Too true. But my whole MySpace like paragraph bio is like that.
Oh my goodness.
12-year-old me was like, this is fucking cool as shit.
So you were also young for that though, because I feel like...
Oh yeah, I was.
'Cause, like...
I had it till I was like 15 though. So like a good 3 years.
Yeah, not many people in my age group, because I'm 29. I am at the cusp.
Yes.
Of like millennial and Gen Z. Like no.
Well, no, cusp is like 26. I feel like
it's
27.
19. No, the cusp is like 1995, 96. I feel.
Yeah, but that's like 26. 96 is 26, I think.
Yeah, they're turning 27 this year.
Yeah.
Miley's that.
Because my cousin's that age.
Yeah.
But it's so strange to me that like I guess it was so easy to miss that because it was just like a 3-year really pop of popularity for MySpace. And the top 8, like you had to pick your top, and I didn't have 8 people that it was that close to. So I had like 6. So everyone would go to see who's on each's top, because if you were on someone's top and they weren't on your top or whatever, it would cause drama. It was really fun, you guys.
That sounds
That's where I found Taylor
bad.
Swift too, on MySpace.
Oh.
Yes. That's how we downloaded her first song, that we found My Teardrops on Her Guitar.
Okay, so YouTube. That no one wrote anything for because Christine forgot it.
Because I just added it because I was like, wow, the biggest social that I've been involved in isn't on here.
I feel like we all grew up on YouTube. Like we all kind of watched the same videos from like okay. Well, Liam did. Liam knows way more about YouTube.
He does. Liam is my educator when it comes to YouTube. I did not grow up on YouTube. I grew up on Disney Channel. That was it. I didn't watch YouTube videos.
I mean, I didn't grow up on YouTube. I feel like it was not until my late teens, early 20s. My brother grew up on YouTube, though. Like, he was born in 99, so he was always on YouTube when he was in, like, middle school and up. But, like, I came up on YouTube through my 20s, and I found so much community in that space. That's how I found so many of my close friends, because I got involved in YouTube. I feel like that's a very like friend forward sort of space, whereas like an IRL friend, because you get to see people's faces, and so you know when you see them in person. So it's a kind of different connective tissue than I don't know, something like, I don't know, even Tumblr, because I didn't know who's behind anything, because it was all like fandom blogs I was following, so I didn't know what anyone looked like.
It was like the first place that I created like parasocial relationships. Like the Brit crew were my thing. Like I loved watching all of their vlogs and everything that they did over in England, which is partly probably what got me obsessed with the UK.
Lizzie Bennett Diaries.
Yes. And I feel like the difference between like YouTube for Gen Z and millennials is that like Christine and I became creators through that platform, and so many Gen Z saw that happen, and then that's kind of what pushed them to TikTok. Like they're experiencing what they grew up seeing now, which I think is insane, because it's like the whole new generation.
that's the whole thing, and the evolution of it all is really fascinating. But yeah, YouTube, my first pair of social relationships actually were through podcasts, and I didn't even think about that.
Oh,
but I
yeah.
was listening to Mugglecast and the Lost podcast with Jay and Jack, like very early on, and I felt like I knew them, because you do feel like you know someone when you're listening to them talk for 2 hours every week. It's a very intimate experience as compared to like a 10-minute video, but a 10-minute video is like the next best thing in the parasocial space during that time. But I was all about that pretentious London film crew. Did anyone follow them?
I found them because of you.
Yes, like I was obsessed because I was obviously a film student and I wanted to make sketches like that, and I did, but not to that caliber because I didn't have like a team. Like, they were all friends and they got to like work together, and I was just like, I guess I'll do all the different roles myself and it'll be fine.
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like there were so many friend groups built off of YouTube, and I don't feel like that happened a lot with TikTok. I think like Taya, like your group, I think is a good example, like the cosplay group on TikTok, but I don't, and some of like the lifestyle creators, but there's not a lot of big friend groups on TikTok.
I've come to find out that, because I was in a friend group whenever I first started TikTok, and it all just blew up and fell apart, and it was very awful for everybody involved. But I feel like now I do have friends from social media, from TikTok and stuff, but it's very low key. It's not posted on, like, obviously, like, I post my boyfriend, but aside from that, like, the friendships that I do have, I keep them very low key, because it's just like, I don't want, with cancel culture today, everybody's problematic and everybody has baggage and whatever. And if you associate yourself with somebody, then it's like, oh my God, you're an awful person and like whatever. And so it's just like, if I vibe with someone, I'm going to vibe with them and I'm going to be friends with them. And yeah, friendship doesn't have to be content, Katie said. And literally, like, it's just, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I like having my personal life, you know?
Yeah. I just like had the most fun ever making videos with my BookTube friends, and like I guess we became like a kind of a group on BookTube, but like those videos were like the most fun ever.
I'll have to show you, Taya. You're gonna die.
Yeah, we've made so many collabs and so many vlogs, and I just had like those weekends would just be like constant euphoria, you know? It was just like constant fun, and we always had so much fun with the vlogs and all that stuff. So it was a different like feeling to it, because I don't know, there's no pressure, and we all just felt like we could be completely ourselves because we all understood each other so well. It's so strange, like that community was like, we knew each other online, and the second we saw each other in person, it was like we're instantly super close. And yeah, I don't know, it was the best of times.
Katie says she worked in an elementary school for a bit, and literally every kid says they want to be a YouTuber when they grow up. I feel like I've experienced this too.
Yeah, I feel like that's just a thing. I think that's kind of phasing out though, and probably becoming TikToker. I would think, because I think YouTube's not. I don't know, actually. I have no idea what the youths are looking at.
I mean, my 2-year-old cousin watches like YouTube vlogs. Like there's like literally yesterday I was babysitting him, and he's like, put on monster trucks or put on this person, and it's like these families are like creating content of like them like playing with toys and destroying things, and that is creating, like, that's what he wants to watch, and it's so fun even for me to watch. I'm like, this is insane. Blippi, oh my gosh, if you don't have a young person in your life, the kids love Blippi, and he's all over YouTube.
I just had a random back thought about the friendship like content, and you know how like reading, you do that mostly by yourself, and like it's very isolating sometimes, and then that's why we went to BookTube to like find community there. It's the same thing with the videos on YouTube, because we were constantly making content alone in our rooms, and then like together doing it was just so fun. And when you were editing it, it was like you were with your friends too. It was the best. All right, we're going to move on. We're at an hour mark. We got lots to talk about, okay? I just really quickly want to ask you about LinkedIn. Do you have it? Is this just the millennial era and up, or like are people still using it? I guess they are if you're in the workforce.
So if you're in the workforce, if you're in like corporate America, yes, you need to have a LinkedIn. It is where you find jobs. As the only person in this group who has been in corporate America, I can attest to this.
I've been briefly in corporate America. It sucked.
And and it's where you show your professional side, and you post on LinkedIn. You say like, I did this, I did that. Like, look at my accomplishments, and then it's a way to also just find new employers and employees. So yeah, it's important to have.
Taya, do you have a LinkedIn?
I do have a LinkedIn. I don't use it ever. So
I remember like when I had like was like 2 or 3 years into YouTube, I was like, am I supposed to update my LinkedIn? And I updated it to like have all my YouTube shit, and I really haven't updated it since 2013. So good times. All right, we're gonna move into our
You
next
forgot Twitter
section. I don't care. Next section, fashion. All right, so I wanted to ask Taya what she considers to be a Gen Z fashion trend. Like, I see all these videos on TikTok in particular where it's like, this is such a millennial look, and let's turn it into a Gen Z look, like that sort of a thing.
I have
so
never
what
seen
do you
that.
feel?
Oh, I have.
Yeah. I'm on millennial TikTok apparently.
Oh my god, please send me some of those videos. I need to see them. I think the biggest Gen Z fashion trend that I've noticed is literally just like anything from the past, like anything like retro or Y2K or anything that's like vintage. Like we eat that shit up. Like that is our stuff. Like look at Olivia Rodrigo, like Y2K. She's screams
so
it.
90s.
Yeah, and it's just I don't know. I think anything from the past. Also, wait, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yes. Well, I was going to ask you if you actually have thoughts on side parts, or if that is just like a mean legend of peer pressure.
I think side parts are sexy. I think they can be, depending on like the person. But like I really think that like, I don't know, whenever I have my middle part, I'm like, okay, I look like an average girl. But whenever I have a side part and like a little bit of red lipstick, I'm like, okay, like she's
old
hot,
Hollywood
you know?
glam.
They
Exactly.
are.
And I also think that like, I don't know, I think that sometimes people are just like a little too judgmental, and it's just like, I like to think that Gen Z is the generation that's just like, dress how you want, style your hair how you want, do whatever the hell you want to do. Because it's like, the more unique that you look, the more that Gen Z loves you. They're like, wow, this person's so cool and so unafraid to be themselves. Like, I feel like that's like the overall trend, if that makes sense.
I feel
That
Do you want me to go? I feel like a major part of and why I love fashion now is that you're feeding your inner child. It's like anything that you wanted to wear that you saw the adults wearing when you were younger, or like even people like the cottage core or like princess core, like anything that you saw on TV and you're like, oh, I would love to wear that someday. Like you can, like that is a big part of fashion, is like feeding that inner child that you had always wanted to like play dress up and do, and now you can.
Yeah. I mean, I was harkening back to what you said about a Gen Z being more excited the more unique you look. It's so true that my group coming up was like, anytime you try to look different, they target you. And you become like bullied for anything different out of the norm. And I always I was one of those kids who just like wanted to do stuff that I liked. I gravitated towards stuff that was different because I didn't like being like everybody else, but it also made me excluded in a lot of different ways. So I think it's so cool that is the norm now. Once I got into my early 20s, like once I got more confident, and it was after I started using YouTube, I would just dress in whatever I wanted to wear. Like I started wearing all this like more fashiony, like nicer stuff to all these events, and it was just so freeing to be like in stuff that made me feel so good, no matter what everyone else was wearing. But yeah, it was very much like, wow, you're wearing bell-bottom pants.
Ew.
Skinny jeans are a thing.
Yeah, no, I don't know how it is like in schools, like elementary, middle, high school right now. You know, like I don't know if like the bullying still happens to people that like have individuality. I hope it doesn't, but I'm really hoping that like, I don't know, what to anybody young who may be listening, once you hit past high school, life is so freeing, and it is so you get to be yourself
if you let it be.
If you let it be, nobody judges you. Well, don't know, people judge you, but like you just don't care anymore.
You don't care.
You don't care. You just get to be yourself. You're free. And I'm really hoping that trickles down to eventually like come to like no bullying when it comes to individuality, but we'll see. Society, man.
Is there anything that like feels millennial to you when you see it, once you see someone wearing it, or are you just like, that's fine, you be you?
Oh God, I think the one thing that comes to my brain is black and white striped shirts. I feel like that was
such a weird era. It was like 2012, and I was like, why are people so obsessed with these?
It just it is ingrained in my brain, and like it was always paired with this like green army jacket,
cardigan,
or like a cardigan,
yeah.
But you guys want to talk about
cardigan?
Yes,
but like also like the little green army jackets. Do you know what I'm talking about? Am I crazy?
Yes, the utility jackets.
I know what you're talking about, but I just don't associate that with those years. I feel like that's a different. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, well, that's
people
my
used to wear cardigans all the time. I did not like cardigans and scarves and striped shirts, and I hated all of it. And the dresses that were like, they would like cinch at your thigh, and I was like, what is this? It would be like kind of baggy and then cinch, and I'm like, do you know what I'm talking about, Natasha?
Yeah.
Tight.
I hate those.
Yeah, and like sweaters that would just like come down to your mid thigh, and it's like, what do I do with this? And they'd be like weirdly tight.
Tunics were a big thing because. Do you want to ask me the next question? Because I'm prepared.
Yes. Which one are you talking about? The eras?
No. What do you?
Oh, what feels millennial to you, Natasha?
Okay, just want to base this off. If you wear any of this stuff, you should feel comfortable to wear it. If that's what you feel comfortable to wear, then like be yourself. Like that's who you are. Okay, we're not pointing this out. I do we're not making fun of you. Okay, I do have to point out, if you are wearing this stuff, it does date you. But unfortunately, the trend cycle right now, as Katie says, like it goes so fast right now. So you can't always keep up on the trends, but if you find things that you like, you can always implement them into your personal style. So the things that feel millennial to me. So like the skinny jeans, like the skinny pants, leggings were a big thing with tunics.
Hated skinny jeans.
And like I do feel like the like 2010s, like 2010 to like 2018, or like coming out of Y2K is honestly like the worst fashion time in our world.
I feel like you just blended, like, because there's a lot of that. I feel like the skinny jeans era was like 2007.
Yeah, so it did kind of like Y2K is like 99 through 05, and then like the low cut jeans and all that was all like mid 2000s.
Bad era. Please do not bring back low-rise jeans. I will cry.
The only thing the skinny jeans were good for was putting your feet in boots. Like in your Uggs, it would go really easy.
Yeah, so like layered shirts, like hoodies with brands on them, like Hollister, American Eagle, like crap like that.
Everything had a brand across
Everything
the
had a
boobs
brand.
or the ass.
Chevron print.
What the hell is that?
It's
What's
that like
the
zigzag.
Oh, ugh, I hated that too. I hated all that shit.
Yeah. Like big statement necklaces. I definitely had those.
Oh, so did I. That was like all the rage in high school.
Oh, I hated this look, but it was like the tunic that like ended under your boobs, and then you had a big stretch belt.
And
then you would also,
it didn't end under my boobs though. It ended like
on
long.
your waist. Some people, I mean, I always put myself under my like your waist, and then the tunic would go long, and then you would wear like capri leggings underneath that.
Oh my
with
god,
ballet flats.
capris.
Yes.
Capris must go in and out every like 15 to 20
Yeah,
years,
the capris were actually big in the 1950s and were very cute back then.
I know. I remember my grandma being very excited
Yes.
when I wore capris.
Jeffrey Campbell Litas. I never wore them because I was too young, but there was like the platform heels, and they had like laces that went up, and they were so
Like around
tall. No, it was
calf.
like it was more like a boot type of thing. You can look them up. And then Christian Girl Autumn, which is what you...
It says Christine Girl Autumn. I just want to point
Sorry.
out. I was like, Christine?
Christian Girl Autumn, which is the cardigans, the scarves, the like lacy blouse with the jeans,
11.
infinity scarves, and then like so that is, I think, essential like millennial right there. And I worked for a fashion brand that just like added into that. Ugh.
You know what I hate so much that I've seen coming back? The purses that go under your fucking armpit.
That is that's Y2K. Yeah, those
Yeah,
like the little
they're coming back.
That's
the
in middle
baguette
school,
bags.
I had those stupid bags, and I
Those actually
hate
came
them.
from Dior.
That doesn't make it any better. I love my little side bag crossbody, and I don't ever want to go back to a stupid under my armpit purse. But my favorite fashion era, I guess, like type of fashion, I guess it's like dates back to like the 70s originally, like the wide flowy pants and crop tops and high-waisted skirts, high-waisted shorts, high-waisted pants, high-waisted everything with a crop top, my favorite. And most recently that was like 2014 when those started being available all the time and Taylor Swift was wearing them. I think she really made them blow up even more. It was such a dream era. When I was looking for outfits, there was just so many options at the mall, and that never happens anymore at the mall. You have to go online. What about y'all? Favorite era?
Mine are very different.
You have like the 1700s.
Yeah, of course I do. Who do you think I am? I have to
so
speak
funny.
to my true self.
I was like the 70s.
No. Okay, so one of my favorite fashion eras is like post-war old Hollywood 1940s. So like the gorgeous gowns, and that's when like big designers started getting like designer houses started becoming a thing. So we had like Dior, Chanel. I love Dior in like the 1940s and 50s. Like think Elizabeth Taylor and like Marilyn Monroe, and all of those, and that aesthetic, or what is it? Like the hourglass, like silhouette. Yeah, like the tied on top and then the big skirt. Love that. And then Marie Antoinette in the late 1700s. She was just like you can see those influences now with like the corsets. The corsets are not from Bridgerton. That time period, they did not wear corsets. They wore stays, and they weren't like and so
What are stays?
Stays are like a bra. It's basically in Bridgerton era they would wear half stays, so it would just hit at your waist. And it was just like this. It had some boning in it, but it was very comfortable to sit in. And then like the worst time for corsets were the Victorian era, because the corsets would go all the way down to your hips, so it was very uncomfortable to sit. And that's when you would get like the big bustles on the back, and so it would make your waist look so tiny, so they would cinch it in. But technically corsets didn't really come into fashion until like mid 1800s, and then there were still stays in the 1700s, but they didn't have that room for the boobs. They just squished them because it was just straight, and then your boobs would be like erupting.
It's like pop up.
Yeah, so most of my corsets that I make are inspired by like the late 1700s, like Marie Antoinette era.
Nice. What about you, Taya? Favorite era fashion so far?
I also am a big fan of old. Oh my god, I can talk. I'm also a big fan of old Hollywood. I just recently like became obsessed with it like 6 months ago. And I just like the vibes, everything, love it. But also just like current day fashion, because again, like I feel like anything flies. Like whatever you feel good in is like, it's the people are like, okay, yeah, pop off. So big fan.
All right, we're going to move into the section I'm most excited about. I want to give ourselves some time to move into slang. We're going to talk Gen Z slang. We're going to talk millennial slang. I'm very excited to compare notes. And Taya is going to first start us off here going through the Gen Z slang. So I want you do it like quiz us a little bit, you know, and see if we know it, and then teach us the word like a teacher would.
Okay. You guys can't look at the
I'm not
doc.
looking at
Okay,
it.
cool.
I specifically didn't look at the doc.
Cool. I have a little cheat note in there, and I can't have you guys seeing it. Okay.
All right.
So first up, do you guys know what bombastic side-eye means?
I just started seeing this on TikTok.
Does it just mean mean side eye?
It's like when like a side eye and they're like, I don't know how to explain it.
Is it like your hot side eye?
No, it's like, are you kidding me? What are you doing? Like,
So it's like rolling your eyes
Yeah.
side. It's just like side eye. That's what side eye is.
Yeah. So it's like side-eye. It's side-eye, but now it's evolved to bombastic side-eye, which is like exaggerated side-eye. Like, what?
Like a new level of side
Yes. No, exactly. But that's like, I would say that's like one of the more popular phrases that's being said right now, but like all over TikTok comments. Like if there's like a cringy video, all the comments are just bombastic side-eye.
Oh, shit.
Okay, next. I just want you guys to know that I said this to Tasha once and she was like, farts? Anyways, the word is gas.
This one.
listen, she was explaining food and I was like, what do you mean? Is this going to give you gas? Like, is it going to give you farts? I made her
was, like,
something to
eating-
eat.
And I went, this is gas. And she went,
Well, if you say this is gas about food, like, I mean, that's what it sounds like. It's gonna give you gas.
That's not what it sounds like.
Yes, it does.
So I now know what this means. It means
Yeah.
fire, because gas, if you light it, it becomes fire.
Or like Teo, I've heard you say it like gas it up, like hype it up. It
Yeah,
kind of means that
yeah.
too. Yeah.
No, exactly. Yeah, it doesn't mean excretion of body air.
It's just a new word for like hype, or like fire. Gas.
That leads into fire. You guys obviously know what fire means.
Fire
so
was
I'm
a
not gonna-
millennial term, I feel.
Yeah. Anyway, we
yeah.
still use it though. Like, oh, that's
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys know what BFFR means?
Yes.
Oh,
Wait,
you do?
wait,
Oh my God, okay.
I don't. Let me see. Be friends forever, Rover.
Try again.
Ricky. Be friends, fucker, Rick.
You got
What is?
two of the four
like-
words right.
I did?
Yes.
Oh, okay, wait. Is it be friends?
No.
Or best friends?
No,
Best
it is
friends?
B.
Be.
Yes.
Be friends.
No, not friends.
For real. Be friends for real.
Almost.
Be fucking for real.
That's what it is.
Wait, that's be fucking for real.
Yeah, it has
Be
nothing to do
fucking
with
for
friends.
real. BFFR. I do. Hold on. We forgot to
That
say
sounds
this.
mean.
We forgot to say this. So most of our slang term today is derivative,
Oh, yes.
comes directly from the Black community and queer community. Okay, so
And
we
the
are
queer
not saying that
community, yes.
this is derivative from the generations. No, this
no.
comes directly from Black and queer communities, and they have birthed some of the coolest words that.
I mean, different generations of Black and queer communities.
Yes.
Obviously.
Next is cap.
lie.
All right. Cap, I've been hearing lately, like in the mainstream, but the first time I heard it was when they talked about this on Millennial, and I was like, what? But it means lie, and no cap means like it's true story, bro.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, next is slay.
Well,
Yeah, we've been saying that for a long time.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like now it's like an exaggerated, like slay, you know? Like,
Slay mama.
yeah, like the comments that I see, it's like 10 Ys.
Yeah, I feel like people have been doing that though. It's like it started in like 2017 or 2016.
Oh, like
right?
the extra letters.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like when Queen was happening a lot too. Slay Queen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Vibing.
I have heard people are using vibe all the time. Like,
You guys know what it
vibing
means
with
though,
somebody.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Yeah, but
in which
it
term?
has become
Like,
yeah, use it how you use it. Like we're vibing.
We're
right now.
vibing. Yeah, we're vibing. Or like, this is a vibe.
Yeah. Yes. That's like on all. You know where I'm learning a lot of these terms. Watching the dating reality shows because they're like, oh, it was a vibe. Like we were vibing. Like oh my god, no cap, vibing.
No cap. I feel like I'm not giving you guys enough credit. I feel like these ones are like they're too easy. Bet. Do you guys know what, like bet like?
Okay,
I don't really know that one.
This is what I don't understand. The first time I was around Taya and Liam, I was like, wow, I'm just like in Gen Z, because all you guys do is say, yeah, bet. And like you would just like Liam is such, he just uses that as like an answer to everything. He just texts me bet. I'm like, okay, so that means yes, I'm assuming.
Wait, does it mean you betcha? Is that what it's short for?
Actually, maybe. Shit, I never thought of that.
You betcha.
It's pretty much just like bet, yeah, I can do that. Like, I don't.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Imagining you being like, you betcha.
You
I
betcha.
can do it.
Where does you betcha come from? Is it like?
I feel like it's like Southern, like you betcha.
I feel like it's like Minnesota
Or like that's what I just
You
said
betcha.
Southern, but I was thinking mid.
Betcha. I can't do a Minnesotan accent.
Minnesota.
Yeah, it's
You
like
betcha.
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Okay, next is bussin'.
I have no idea.
I
Wait, hold
don't
on.
really know this one.
Is it like busting a move? No. Is it like busting like a bus boy? Like busting the table?
That's what I thought. Is it bussin' like you look fly?
Katie says, oh dear.
It means the same thing as like gas and fire. It's just like, oh, that's great. Like that's very cool. You know, that's
What?
bussin'. Like it's,
What do you think it originated from?
Like I have no idea. Okay,
Oh my
next
God.
is Riz.
Riz.
Um,
Oh yeah, I know that one now. It's like charisma.
You just cheated. You cheated.
No, I've known it because people have been saying it around me, so I've had to ask.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I think I talked about this in November with Rebecca, and we were like, what is Riz? What is this? Like, oh, she has Riz. Like, oh, he has
Yeah.
Riz. I'm like, oh, so it means like magic.
Kinda. It's like swag, I guess, to put it in.
Well, that's a
terms. It's
millennial
like-
term too.
Yeah. It's like swag
Remember when
Like, oh,
Bieber
he has
had that song? He
Riz.
was like, swag
on
me.
you.
Yeah.
Chilling by the fire, are we eating fondue? I don't know about me, but I know about you. Shit, maybe
Swag
I was a believer. I don't know.
It was huge in like 2012. I remember
was.
like at VidCon, everyone was like, swag. So, wait, what was the word? Riz kind of
Riz.
means swag?
Yeah,
Ah.
like oh, he has Riz, you know, like oh, he has game,
Yeah.
he has swag, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, you guys know what cringe means?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Cringe is very self-explanatory.
It is,
I feel
it is.
like cringe is mean. I don't like it much.
It is. It's a really mean term because I feel like it's literally just like people being like, oh, again, you're unique, cringy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate it. Snatched.
This one is a little older too, but like I've never used it. But
Like,
it's like hot,
yeah,
right?
she's snatched. It's
Yeah.
it comes from, you know, the waist being snatched and having the hourglass figure.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, no shot.
Like no shot at love.
Kinda. So like if somebody was like, bro, no shot that they just did that to you, like
That's
there's
actually
no
how they use
chance.
it.
That sucks.
Yeah, like there's like
Wait.
it's like no chance. Like or like something crazy just happened and you're like no shot. Like no shot.
No
we just saw
shot,
that.
no way. I won't say it. Oh no.
Wait, what? So, like, say something. What would happen to me and you would say no shot?
Like, oh god, I don't know. Like you like fell downstairs, and I'm like, no shot. She just did that.
Oh, like, no way.
Yeah.
Okay. But I did do it.
But you did. But you did do
It's
it.
just like,
yeah.
like, oh, really? She did that. Wow. I don't think I've heard you say
exactly.
this one around me, or else I would have asked you. I'd be like, what?
Yeah, I don't think I have either. Okay. Do you guys know what chuggy means?
Yes. It's
Yes,
another
I
mean
don't-
word.
I hate this one.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Doesn't it
wanted
just
to-
mean like that's millennial of you? Like, is
Yes,
that literally
it's
what
literally
it is?
it's defined as millennial cringe.
Great.
I heard that one's out now though. It's gone.
Yeah, the word itself is chuggy.
Yes.
Is chuggy. Okay,
Yeah.
and then last one I have for you guys is W.
Win? Is that a win?
What?
Yeah.
What?
It's like it's a big like it originated I think from like Twitch chats or something. Or like Discords and stuff. But like somebody would like say something cool or like you would win in a Fortnite match and then like the chat would just say WWWW and it's just like it just means like, oh, win, you know, like or like on TikTok if somebody posted like, oh my god, I finally went on a date with my crush and it was like WWW.
Like
just,
it's a
just
W.
win.
Do you
Yeah.
ever say it out loud? Like it's a W?
No.
It's a W for me.
It's a W.
Oh, wait, I forgot about this word. Dead ass. That is
Yeah, I've been
such a
seeing that
word.
one,
Like I
too.
just saw like Love is Blind. Everyone was using it in Love is Blind.
Yes, that's why I've been hearing it a lot. Dead ass.
But yeah,
on
no,
Love is
you
Blind.
and Liam, like that. The first two words that were out of your mouth were "bet" and "dead ass" around me, and I was like, "This is weird. Can you just not speak like that?"
That's just so crazy because like it's so ingrained in our vocabulary that like I don't even recognize that it's like a Gen Z term that like we just use. I don't know. Like it just comes
Yeah.
out.
And they also say a lot like it's the this for me. Like it's that shirt for me. It's the like eyes for me. Or like
Yeah.
I'm saying random shit, but that phrase was
Yep.
all over season 3 of Love is Blind. It was like every other sentence or like it's the joke for me. All right. Now, though, we're going to move on because I have lots of other stuff to get through here. Words for cool through the ages. I want to take a look at them and I want us to gauge what we think is the coolest word that's ever been for cool.
I just want to say cool beans. I still use that. Unironically.
I do too.
I love that
and that's
term.
from like before my time too. We're going to rate like which one's the dumbest, which one's the weirdest. And okay, so the first one I have down here is swell. Have you ever used the word swell? I use it like ironically.
I
from
never
time to
do, but
time.
I would like to. I love that word.
Yeah, it's a fun word. Like that's swell. I think it was cool in the 30s or 40s.
I also use it
then-
ironically.
Yeah. What about far out?
I've never used that.
Never use this word.
I've never used it either, but it screams like 70s to me.
70s
like
surfer.
70s on drugs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dope. A lot of guys use the word dope all the time. It's like
I also used it like a few years ago even.
I don't think I ever
yeah,
did.
yeah. I don't think I ever actually say it. It doesn't like come out of my mouth, but my ex-boyfriend used to use it all the time. Tubular.
What?
Totally tubular.
That was like in the 90s. I feel like the early 90s I used to hear it on TV. Like tubular, man. That's like a surfer word. On point.
Oh, I've used this.
Is happened during our
Yeah,
time. Yeah, I
yeah.
used to say on point all the time. Then we've got our classic cool beans, which I think was the early 90s, but I never heard it until like high school.
I love it.
I
Group.
I thought it
ahead.
was weird when people were using it.
Yeah, when I say it now, some people are like, "Oh, cool beans." Groovy is one I've never used, but like that was
Bro.
definitely a thing.
All I hear is Austin Powers. Groovy, baby. That's it.
Groovy.
It's a cute word. I would like to use it more often.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cute word. It doesn't roll off the tongue though. Like cool beans kind of just comes out of your mouth.
That's true.
easily. What about
This is
gnarly?
my mother's word.
That's my dad used to say gnarly. There's this video of my brother playing video games with my dad, and my dad just keeps saying, like, oh, gnarly, gnarly. And my brother's like 10 years old, and he's like, stop saying gnarly.
It's not cool, Dad.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I think this is the 80s where it was like bitchin'.
That's my aunt's word.
Dude, Stranger Things, it came back.
Yeah.
They brought it back.
Yeah,
Bitchin',
yeah, because the 80s. Yeah. Bitchin', it's a fun word. Like, it kind of rolls like a song. Like, bitchin'. Oh, wow. Oh, you know what? It's from Bring It On.
It's like, what?
Do you know Bring It On?
I've heard of
Were you
it.
too young for it?
No,
Okay.
I feel like I've definitely watched it, but was it like a dance movie?
It was a cheerleading movie. It was a high school cheerleading movie, and it came out when I was kind of too young to watch it, so I watched it eventually.
Okay, I feel like I've seen it. Like, my dad was watching
Yeah.
it, and I was just, like, loosely watching it, but yeah.
It was a bit of like a cultural reset for like everyone like knew the songs and like all the jokes and stuff. So I wanted to watch it even though I was too little because everyone was talking about it. But if you watch it now, like a lot of the stuff, you're like, holy shit. Like, I can't believe they said all this stuff. Like a lot of like bad words that now we would never say because they're offensive or just like in there casually. But it was a thing. Killer. I never said killer.
I still use this sometimes.
Yeah.
You say killer.
Yeah.
My mom used it.
I was about to say deadass.
What?
Deadass, I still use killer.
Dead ass killer. What about wicked?
That's wicked, dude.
That's wicked, man. Wicked awesome.
My brain goes
That's like
to
a wicked.
My brain goes to The Incredibles, the end, you know, when
Boss.
the kid's like, that was totally wicked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What a key moment in that movie. That was totally wicked. Rad. I don't like rad.
Yeah.
I don't think I like
Yeah.
it. It's too
Rad.
short.
I feel like you have to have like you know, like the
So
fat in
many
your
of
voice when you
these-
say it.
So many of
Rad.
these words are like surfer culture words. It's interesting.
But they were like big everywhere eventually though. On fleek, I think, is my least favorite of these words. It was so annoying because I was like, on point means the same thing and it sounds way better than on fleek.
I never used on fleek.
I didn't either. I rebelled against it. It was like a stubborn old man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna keep saying on point. Sorry. And then we come to like the cool word I think of my generation. I don't know if you feel connected to awesome, but like awesome was my go-to. Like
I still
totally
use
awesome.
it.
Like that's awesome. Awesome.
That's a
awesome,
slang
awesome.
term?
It's no, it's a word for cool. A generational word for cool.
Oh.
Like awesome. Yeah. Like awesome. Don't forget to be awesome. Like this is totally awesome. Wicked awesome. Awesome sauce. Like all
Some
of that.
sauce.
My dog is
I
trying to
figured.
dig
Yeah.
into his bed.
So cute. But yeah, no, I think awesome. Like, I still use that now all the time.
Yeah. It's a great word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a great word.
Very versatile.
I used to-
Very versatile.
I used to end my videos being like, "You're awesome. This was awesome. Thank you so much. You're so awesome."
Oh my gosh. Katie says I went to a churchy school and they would get so mad when we said awesome because they said it was for the Lord.
I've never heard
Wait,
that
like only the
before.
Lord could say it?
like because like the Lord is
'Cause he's
awe-inspiring.
awesome,
Like
awe-inspiring, yeah.
only in reference to God.
Okay, I'm gonna go through some of the millennial like cool words of our age, and what I realized while I was writing all of our words down was that like we were very much the age of the internet, like coming into internet talk, and so many of our words that we said out loud were like internet speak, like OMG, all the time. We used to say OMG,
OMG, yep.
and like out loud, like. And like we originated like the huge and like all those like shortened words. Like during high school, we were just all starting to say like BRB, LMAO, WTF, SMF. Do you know all these acronyms? Like SMF, are you familiar with that?
I don't know what
I don't even know
SMF
what that
means
is.
now.
so much fun. We used to say, I used to like SMF. And like FML.
Fuck my life.
Yeah.
Yes, all the time.
All the time.
Okay,
I still use that.
Raffle was like my favorite in high school because everyone was saying LOL, and I was like, Raffle.
Raffle confuses me because it's roll on the floor laughing. There's no T in there.
Yes.
It just bothers me.
Wait, why are you saying T?
Roll
on the floor.
Oh,
laughing.
because we take out the T.
Oh, the cool guys over here. Sorry, my bad.
I think like Raffle originated from like gaming. I think that's what people were telling me back then. And so did noob, and I love the word noob.
You do love the word noob
all the time because I'm a noob in so many respects. I like to acknowledge my noobness. BFF. Yeah. There was this commercial that was iconic, like in 2006 when people first started texting, and it was like, OMG, my BFF gel. Do you guys remember that commercial?
Kind of, maybe.
Natasha does. IDK, my BFF gel. That's what it was. Oh my God. We used to say it all the time, ironically, and then we just started talking that way anyway.
Oh my gosh.
But like when texting first became a thing, like that's when we started using words like IDK and like OMG, and they were making fun of it because there was this like little girl with it texting like IDK, my BFF gel, and her parents were like, what is she saying?
Yeah. The like code words that we would used to use.
Yes. And like the old age internet, like NM. Do you know NM?
Never mind.
Taya?
I don't.
Yeah. No. It's nothing much. It would be like you'd enter a chat on AOL Instant Messenger and it'd be like, hi, what's up? And then it would be like, NM, what's up with you? NM. And that would be the entrance of every conversation. And yeah, NM has really died. Natasha, you didn't even know it. So I guess it was very early age. Adulting is definitely a thing that we have been saying, and now people are like, that's such a millennial word.
It is a very millennial word for sure. Like the mugs that say like BRB adulting. I'm like,
Yeah,
or oh my God,
because
we never talked about the mustaches, guys.
Oh yeah, that was the thing.
you mean
that
hipster mustaches?
Yes.
2012.
Oh,
Like you guys
hipsters.
would straight up like have them on your mugs, and whenever you would drink, it would look like a little mustache.
Not me.
Well, it's because no, I didn't do that either. It came from like these hipsters that we were making fun of. They had those mustaches, and then we started making fun of them with mustaches, and that's how that happened. Rip the people who got finger mustache tattoos. I never got into this. I was just like, I don't really get what's happening.
That was like a sector of, because there's like different groups. So that was like a sector of style called like twee, and hipster, and it was like the like Zoe Deschanel type of vibes.
But that was like the female version.
That was like the female version, and then like the hipsters, like the guys with like the glasses and the mustaches and the long hair and a touch pretentious.
Yes.
Thank you, Katie.
Yeah, the hipsters were pretentious. I would make fun of them all the time. Okay, going on here. Did you ever use the word beat? Like, wow, she looks beat. Like after that night out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also use it like her beat looks great. No.
That
I've
yeah,
never
like
heard that
makeup wise, like it's called like beating your face.
Oh no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like she looks like shit. Like she looks beat.
It comes from drag culture. Oh,
interesting. Like in high school, people used to say it a lot. Like after
the makeup version.
Okay, the makeup version. Okay, yeah. I'm talking about like back in high school, like after a party when people were hungover or like you looked gross, they'd be like, ew, she looks beat.
Yeah.
And then, all right. Dead. Oh, yeah, we started being like dead.
Yeah.
AF, BR for the bathroom. I used to say that in high school, and everyone would be like, what are you talking about? I was like, bathroom, get used to it, BR.
You still say that, and I don't know what you mean.
I say it all the time, yes. All right. And then others, there's like squad, glow up, bae, Do you remember the age of YOLO? I was like, stop.
Yes.
Everyone was just like, YOLO every second of my life. I still say winning sometimes. It was like really big in 2011.
W. You gotta switch over. W.
You gotta switch to W.
Or dub. Dub is like a shortened version of W.
Mm-hmm.
Katie says the word literally. Yeah, there was an episode of How I Met Your Mother about the word literally.
I'm so
All
guilty.
right. Let's move on to texting before we jump to fandoms here. Now, I feel like I've heard recently that just like texting with emojis is becoming like a millennial thing. What the fuck is that about? Is that real, Taya?
So emojis, it is becoming like outdated. I would say I still personally, I will use them like pretty frequently whenever I want to convey what I'm trying to say, because I'm so adjusted to like having them around. Like I'm gonna use them, you know. But I do prefer if I can use what are like emoticons. Is that the right, you know, whenever it's like
that's what we started using, and then people told me that I looked old for using emoticons.
It's coming back now. The XD specifically.
That's my go-to.
Don't use it.
That's her go-to.
That is my go-to. I use it all the time.
That's probably why people are like, oh, this is outdated. But just like a normal smiley face or like a normal like crying face or you know,
what
things
is
like
wrong
that.
with XD?
You know what, Christine? Again, do whatever makes your heart
wrong with
the
it?
happiest.
Why,
Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong.
Picking and choosing.
The funny thing is, I use like in my emails when I email people, just to make it like not so businessy, I use like a smiley face, like as emoticons.
Same.
Or I use a heart.
Yeah. Yeah, or like the emoticon hearts, like the little like print or the little greater
this and
than
the
sign
three?
and the 3. Yeah, love that shit. Like I think that's the cutest stuff, and I think it's because it's like it's more simple, and like minimal. I guess I don't know. I feel like emojis are just like they're too much now. I don't know.
I'm still stuck on XD. I want an explanation.
Christine's hurt. She's hurt.
No, I saw a post about this, like, and it was like, if you're still using XD, you're a very confident texter. And I was like, I am a confident texter.
Oh my god.
But I feel like XD, like anyone that knows you, XD makes sense because when you like laugh, it's not like crying laugh.
Yeah, it's like
ah!
Oh, sorry. I just blew up my whole mic, sorry.
Exhibit A. Exhibit A. You were the living embodiment of XD.
That simultaneous laugh scream you guys just did.
You're the exception. You're the exception.
No, thanks. I'm glad you approve of me being the exception.
Because it's ultimately up to me.
You are the judge of all Gen Z here on this podcast today. You speak for them all.
I really...
Natasha, how... Oh, go ahead.
I want to talk about GIFs. If
Okay.
you guys are down
that
for it.
I feel like is aging people. And I feel like the... Like, people 40 plus have been using GIFs a lot in our conversation.
Yes, they make me so uncomfortable. Like, whenever... Like, somebody that I'm doing business with will send me a GIF, and it's like them trying to be like relatable and whatever to like the younger audience, and I'm just like, this is not it. And then I'm like in an uncomfortable situation where I'm like, do I respond with a GIF? Do I just laugh at it and let it be? Like, I can't respond to this. Like,
I will respond with a GIF.
Yeah, I'll respond with something. I don't like it either, though. It's not like out. My brother is like a big GIF user.
no, Alex.
Like he'll have whole conversations with all of his man friends and like GIFs.
Is it a guy thing?
Yes, I think so.
Guys. Yeah,
Maybe because they go on Reddit more and there's like so many
Yes, that's
GIFs
true.
over there.
True.
Yeah.
Because now that I'm
was like,
now that I'm thinking about
When I
it,
was
like it's only ever guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and the lady who babysits my dog, but that's a whole other thing.
Just her.
But like when I was like texting with someone who was like 35, they would send like GIFs, and I would be like, I guess I'll send one back.
Right? But it's like a reluctant thing. You're like, I don't want to be doing this right now.
It's like, because then you have to search for the perfect gif. Like, I liked using them in tweets back in the day a lot. Yeah, I think they're fun in a tweet. But even now, the way that Twitter shows them, they, like, become huge. So they ruined it. Like, they, like, stretch them out. And I don't like the way they do it. But anyway, there's a time and place for a GIF. And I don't feel like it's, like, always for back and forth texting. I always just like my babysitter ladies when she sends it. I just like hit the heart instead of finding one to respond.
That reminds me. Okay, so Taya, you are very big into like when you text like the reaction-y type things where you send one and then she's like, oh, I'll just send it with like a little like a shyness. I don't even know. Like,
you're not explaining this right. I have no idea what you're saying.
So it's typically whenever I like mess up and I have to text Natasha or text someone and I'll say like me. I'll say like all lowercase, just like I fucked up, but I'll send it with like a gentle effect. So it's like, I fucked up. Like that kind of vibe. But no, I do
like
that
one of those effects that the iPhone does?
Yes. Yeah. Oh. Yes. I just feel like it like adds to like how I'm feeling, you know? I can better convey the emotions. And I also think that they're funny.
Which one do you use?
It's literally called like the gentle effect. Here, you know what? I'll text you literally right now with
I'm so excited so I can describe it for the viewers. And I mean the listeners.
Like she would ask me, she was like, oh, should I send it with like a gentle effect? I was like, I don't know. No, I don't do that.
What? It just makes it like go in and out. Yeah. It makes the text just like get small and big.
It like goes from being small to like being big. It's like, I fucked up.
I was expecting an explosion of fun.
Here, I can...
It's subtle.
I guess that's not what gentle means.
No.
I'm getting another text.
There's that
one. That one was better. It was like an earthquake.
Yeah, there's this one. And then
these better.
This one's for if you're feeling spicy, you know? Like with
okay, now does everyone in your generation use it like that, or is it just you?
Yeah, does everybody use these all the time? Oh my god, I still can't see it, Taya. What is this? It's just bumbling.
Oh, you have to like here, you have to like
you have to replay it.
Yeah, you have to like do that. And then
oh my gosh. Okay. So if you don't have an iPhone, you don't even know what these are, but like you can make effects happen when you send a text message. I've only used the explosion one to be like, congratulations.
Yeah, or like whenever you say like happy birthday, usually like it'll automatically
send it with
like
a balloons.
Confetti. Yeah.
It's
very cute.
Yeah. But we can't do that on the Droid, and we also can't see it when people send it.
On the Droid.
It's exclusionary.
Christine and I were Droid users for a very long time, if you did not know this.
I didn't know
I just got an iPhone last year, Taya.
Wow.
And I'm still like irritated with them all the time. Like they're so mean to anyone who doesn't have an iPhone. I am upset on everyone else's behalf.
Okay, so punctuation.
Yes.
And lower and uppercase.
Older people are so weird about punctuation because they'll put all these periods and it makes them sound like they're being mean and abrupt.
My aunt, I never know if she's mad at me because it just is like, I'm like, what's wrong? Like, you're not using an exclamation point. But she never does. She goes, what? No, I'm fine.
My parents will say like thanks period space, and I'm just like, oh god, I'm gonna get grounded at the age of 24.
That was cold.
Yeah. No, I feel like Gen Z has like an obsession with typing in all lowercase.
Why?
'Cause
they do.
I just think it's like it's more relaxed. It's more like if I'm sending an email. Yes, I will use, you know, the correct punctuation and everything. Like the thing is that I know how to do it, you know? But then whenever I'm like texting my friends, like I want everything to be lowercase. I think everything lowercase is 10 times funnier. Like if I text Christine and I say I fucked up, if it's like properly punctuated and stuff, it's like Okay, but if it's like lowercase with like a gentle effect, it's like, oh no, you know, like it just.
If I texted I fucked up, it would be all.
Yes. And then it would be funny. Oh wait, I have a funny story about this because
It's so funny.
I feel like I'm blowing out my mic. I'm just gonna pull it down one more. I was Taya was needed help one day, as she does, and we were in the salon, and I'm like trying to get like all of her shit done for her before she leaves for on a trip, and I'm like, okay, I know you probably don't want to text this, but I'll do it for you, so that like, because sometimes I would like that help, you know, if I don't want to send this scary text, I'll make someone else do it. And so I'm like writing out the text, and it's something about like, hey, can we see this itinerary and this. And I gave her phone back to her, and she goes, girl, no, all lowercase. He's gonna think someone kidnapped me.
Wait, so it was not all lowercase?
No, I wrote it in my like normal punctuation with like uppercase letters every time.
I tell you wanted it all lowercase.
Yeah,
and
so
no periods.
I go back in. Well, I use periods.
That's true. You do.
And commas. I use periods and commas and like the little like dash thing, but I will never end a text with a period. It's either an exclamation point or nothing.
That's true.
Because otherwise it sounds like I'm
do that
mad.
either.
Yeah, otherwise it sounds like I'm
Yes.
mad. I don't want to sound mad.
And you really need a smiley face, or else it's very confusing.
Yes.
Yeah, I've noticed this like lowercase thing. The first time I kind of was brought to my attention was Dodie. Loved her name, like Dodie, all lowercase. I don't know if you know Dodie, the singer. But okay, anyway, so all of her, when she put out her album, it was all lowercase, and then Billie Eilish did the same thing. You know, everyone is doing their like lowercase albums.
It's just cool.
And so I started putting my YouTube titles in lowercase for the Gen Z.
Oh my god.
I will, because Taya, all of my YouTube titles always were all caps, like.
And millennials were like, yo, I'm eating that shit up.
Yes. I was just like, oh, it's all caps. And I like talk, because I talk in all caps sometimes. So I will like write whatever I'm saying, like the way it's coming out of my mouth. So like, I feel like a lot of like, I'm known for just like tweeting in all caps, like so much all caps.
But again,
it
like, makes sense for you. Like it just.
But like, for people who don't know me now, because like you guys all love your lowercase, it's like, what is happening over there? Whoa. So I've had to like make a conscious effort to like lowercase, to do the Ross thing where he's like, no. Okay, so let's quickly touch on fandoms because that's a big topic on the pod. So what the millennial big fandoms have to be like Harry Potter, Twilight, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, I think. And what of that do you feel like has kept on for Gen Z?
I think all of it.
And what is yours? All of it?
I think really everything like transferred onto us, especially like, I don't know, I feel like parents always have such a big thing to do with it, or just like the environment that you were raised in, because like I feel like our parents and I don't know, like a lot of them like clung on to these like fantasy entertainment things because like the world was it's still depressing sometimes, but it was like really depressing for them, and so like they needed an escape, and I feel like they like clung on to these things, and so I feel like that kind of trickled down, and now we're here to kind of like keep it alive, and we're like, oh my god, I love Star Wars and Marvel because my dad loves Star Wars and Marvel and he raised me on it, and so it just kind of like kept on with that. I think additionally though, I think that we're also expanding. I think the internet has done wonders when it comes to expanding like our entertainment and stuff, and we've been like more widely introduced to anime and K-pop, and I think that those are huge things. Like I just saw so many friends go overseas to Tokyo because they're huge like anime and K-pop fans, and I don't know, I just think it's really cool to see. Like I don't see anything really phasing out, I just kind of see it becoming more normalized and more like welcomed, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, what about Harry Potter and Twilight though? Because I feel like Like, you didn't watch Harry Potter, and you still haven't seen Twilight, you know?
Yeah, I haven't watched Twilight and Harry Potter, but I also, like, am not a huge fantasy person. Like, I watched Lord of the Rings, and I watched a little bit of Shadow and Bone. Literally. But other than that, like, I'm not huge into fantasy, and that could just be because, like, I wasn't raised on it. Like, I can't speak for, like, all of Gen Z, I guess. But I would say Harry Potter is pretty big. Twilight, I think, might be phasing out.
I think it just had a renaissance, though, so it's kind of like, I guess it depends on the bubble you're in, because I think also, like, a lot of Gen Z have millennial siblings, because we're very, like, it's not that much of a gap age-wise, so if you have older siblings, you're probably into, like, Twilight and Harry Potter, if they were, and so, like, if you didn't have somebody showing you, though, necessarily, then you're finding what your parents are like, look at this. I would think that Marvel probably has a much bigger fandom in this newer generation because of Marvel. Like, because it's Marvel. The last 15 years, like, those started in, like, 2008.
I feel like like Marvel is going to be the thing that you're going to be like, I went to the movie theaters, like, you know, every year, and I watched these, and you have to, like, that's the thing that you're going to be telling your kids of, like what you grew up doing. Yeah, like, our Marvel is, like, my dad's Star Wars. Yeah. Like, he always tells me all the time, he's like, I would go every Saturday. I went to every showing of Star Wars whenever the new ones came out. He was so cute. But, like, that's, you know, I didn't go to every showing because movie tickets are what, like $20 now? I did. I'm not spending that much money on
every showing. Every showing. Yeah.
No.
He also lived in a small town, so they didn't have that many showings. But yeah, I think Marvel's our thing. It's our...
Yeah. That's going to be really interesting, like, in 15 years when people are like, I was there at the Avengers when it came out.
I do that now.
I know.
I mean, so do I, but, like, it's not the same as when you're, like, telling youths. Like, babies.
The youths.
The babies. Like, when your parents were there for Star Wars and it was, like, ages ago for you, it's gonna be like that. Which is so strange. And the Twilight's gonna be the same way. It already is. All right, is there anything else y'all want to touch on as far as fandom before we move on to the FMK of the week?
I mean, I think there's things like Sherlock and Once Upon a Time that were like a big Doctor Who or like a big millennial thing that, you know, might not see another renaissance, but we're a big part
Doctor
of.
Who probably will.
I have hope for Doctor Who because Disney just picked it up and they're investing a lot of money into each episode. So I think that they're gonna finally make it what it deserves, if that makes sense. AKA good CGI.
Yes. I mean, Matt Smith's Doctor was a huge, like, it was so big. Everyone was talking about it when it came out. And that's why I started watching, and YouTube was obsessed with Doctor Who. So I was like, okay, I gotta get in the know here because I'm in this community. But I'm sure that, because that's been since like the 60s, I want to say Doctor Who started, or 70s, 80s. It's been going for a long time, so I'm sure that will come back generations around. All right, we're gonna move into Mary Kiss Cliff. So I thought this was very funny when I wrote it. Like,
what the fuck is this?
So, Mary Kiss Cliff, a flower in Alabama, Justin Bieber, or a human that was turned into a tree.
What?
And I had this plan to, like, I would marry the flower because it would die pretty fast and I'd get to remarry.
Inherit the money.
and then I would kiss the human that was turned into a tree, and I'd cliff Justin Bieber. What did you guys think?
What happens to the human as a tree? Does he come back to being a real human if you kiss him?
Like what's his
stuck
situation?
As a tree forever. It's really sad. But you can put him in your backyard. and
like,
talk to him and read under him.
Yeah,
Katie,
can he consent as a tree?
Well, you're not having sex with the tree.
But like, if I'm kissing the tree.
Oh, well, I mean, are you gonna like make out with the tree?
I don't know. This is gonna determine it.
Okay, what if the tree can talk by like dropping a leaf and the leaf has words on it?
Wait, so does the tree have a mouth to kiss?
No, it's a human that was turned into a tree that looks like a tree.
So does the tree have emotions? Is it still a human inside of the tree?
Yes, it has emotions. And it can talk to you by like a leaf will fall and it'll have words on it.
So it's not like an Ent from Lord of the Rings?
Because that'd be cooler.
No.
Oh.
No, this is really sad. I wanted a sad tree.
Aw.
I read a book once about like this magic and they wanted to do a wish, and then he made a wish and he accidentally turned into a tree and he was stuck outside his house as a tree for the rest of his life.
That's terrible.
Cautionary tale, kids.
Okay, so I'm gonna set the tree on fire so that he can die and go to heaven.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I will. I guess I'm just gonna kiss Justin Bieber and I'll marry the flower. I don't want to be married to Justin Bieber. That sounds terrible.
I'm not convinced that he's a great person.
No.
Oh man. Christine, are you good?
Yeah, we're both marrying the flower from Alabama.
I don't want to. I'm gonna have to cliff the tree because I don't want to kiss or marry the tree without its
if you
consent.
that's why I set him on fire, because if you cliff
What
him,
if
then
he-
he's just gonna be
what if he
alive
does
at the
give you
end of the
consent?
cliff.
It's not KM set on fire. It's KM cliff.
Well, I changed it.
I changed it. You know
well-
what? I'm gonna second that. And Tasha, I'm also gonna set the tree on fire. So
What if the tree drops a leaf that says, "I want to marry you, don't murder me"?
I don't
He's
want
just
to be
standing
married to
there.
a tree. What's he gonna do?
Just kiss it.
Christine's like, please just kiss the tree.
Well, wait. Could there be a possibility if you married the tree that you would have to find the root of the magic and then turn him back?
looking for the cure.
Or, like,
yeah,
what if it's
look
like-
for the cure?
What if it's like a Shrek situation where like true love's kiss turns him back into a human? Because if that's the case, I'm a Mary.
I don't think it'll be the kiss, but I think you could send you on a quest and you can become like a hero
That's
by
enough.
finding the cure.
That's enough to keep me out of my depression, keep me motivated in life.
So-
Yeah.
So
I'll
now
marry.
you
I'll
won't
marry.
murder him?
No, I won't murder him. I will marry the human that was turned into a tree. I will marry him. I will kiss a flower in Alabama, and I will cliff Justin Bieber. Final answer.
I saved the tree's life. I am fulfilled.
The three like multiverses here. I really hope Taya's tree is turned back.
Me
Taya and Tree have a happily ever after.
Because otherwise, damn, did I mess up. Guys, my
gosh.
cheeks hurt from laughing.
Well, I'm so glad that you could make it to come hang out with us today. It was a time, a Gen Z millennial time. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Do you want to tell everyone where they can find you on the interwebs?
Yeah, my name is Taya Miller with 2 R's on like every platform.
Wait, it is?
Yeah.
I've never noticed the second R.
It is there.
It's there
present.
only on social media. It's not actually how her name is
Yeah.
spelled.
My last name is just Miller with 1 R, but
I didn't think you were Miller.
Miller. Some people actually ask me that. They're like, "Is your last name actually spelled with 2 R's?" And I'm like, guys, come on.
The last R is silent.
Yeah.
All right, well, go find Taya. She makes amazing content. And we also want to thank you all for listening and tell you that the podcast is edited by Alex Polis and Jake Needham, and the music is by Cole Jenkins with vocals by Heather Troska. And we are those Forking Fangirls on most of our social medias. And you can go hit us up on Twitter or Instagram. And don't forget, we are doing our AMA soon for our patrons, Team Edward and Team Polis Bananas. And I made a post about it on the Patreon, but I don't know if everyone's really shy, but we do need questions.
Send us questions, please.
Send us questions, please. You can email us the questions at thoseforkingfangirls@gmail.com if you don't want to post on the post. Anyway, all right. I'm Christine.
I'm Natasha. And this is Taya Miller. Say your name. Sorry, we didn't prep you.
Hi, I'm Taya. Sorry.
We release episodes every Friday. We will see you next time. We're off to go record. Natasha and I are going to record Fangirl Tea Time, and we're talking about a time we were hypocritical today, and I have a little bit of like a hinge story to share, so it should be a fun time. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching and listening. Goodbye.
Bye.